Hello everyone, my name is Nekpe Obasoge. We are back again to discuss about Edo State. I have with me all the way from the ancient city of Benin, Mr. Daniel Edopolo Obakozuwa. Hello, Mr. Daniel.
Hello, good evening to everyone.
Good morning from Canada. Thank you, Mr. Daniel.
Thank you.
Oh, what is going on in Edo State, Mr. Daniel? Serious security issues in the state. This idea of a cultist activity is ravaging the lives of our youth in the state. It has become a phenomenon in Edo State. So, what is going on? We saw on the news how some of the youths were killed in the streets of Benin City. Over the past
Well,
few days, they have reported more than 20 youths killed in the streets of Benin.
it is really very serious. A lot of issues are involved. Uh, the security challenges in Edo is becoming so high that we are begging on all sector of government to ensure or to concentrate on the issue. As I speak to you, before 6 p.m., many homes are already locked up. People are off the street.
Mm,
Social life is completely gone in Edo. Let us be very frank and sincere. There's no more that social life.
mm.
Wherever you want to go, even if you are going for social activity and it has to fall in the night, it
Oh,
is always advisable you remain there rather than coming out or trying to come back home. That is the situation it is in we are facing in Edo presently, more especially in the heart of Benin City.
mm,
Everywhere, there are a lot of issues. A lot of people have professed that we just finished the election, and most of these politicians they empower these cultists, and when they empower themselves, they have agreement or disagreement.
mm.
They use whatever empowerment they get from these political parties and cause havoc among themselves, killing themselves. A lot of issues are involved on the presence or the reason for these security challenges in Edo.
Mm,
First, the cultist activity is operating on their own. Secondly, the armed robbers have taken the advantage of the fact that the police refuse to come back to duties in spite of the encouragement given to them by the Inspector General of Police,
mm,
even promoting those who were injured during the NSAS protest, promoting them, giving them promotion, even came to Benin to encourage them. Yet we are still seeing the activity of the police. They keep complaining that they don't have vehicle. Their arms were stolen during the NSAS protest.
mm.
So we are not seeing much of the police. Yeah, the government in their own little way, we have not been able to see the effort of the government, though they have just started the new constable that have just been commissioned for police community uh, community policing. A new constable we are just inaugurated by the state governor for the police community. And we are here to see their effort. We are here to see even the police effort. Everywhere in Benin City, everywhere in Edo is fear and fright. Even these armed robbers attack police station at will, even at night. I think in Esan land where this Evoimi police station was attacked, police officers were killed at the police station. It's
Recently, is it recently?
recently, yes,
Oh,
recently at Evoimi,
oh,
they attacked the
oh.
police station. Some police officers were injured, and in fact, the challenges. I would prefer the traditional rulers coming with a communique, or if they have to use their traditional means to at least to instill fear on these those involved in such. Though it's hot. It is not safe presently for anybody to come in. Even those of us who are living, we
Mm.
ensure that before 5:36 we are already at home. And if activity has to keep you out of your home very late, it is always advisable you stay there
Yes.
and come back tomorrow morning. That is to tell you the kind of security situation or challenges we are presently facing in Edo.
Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord. Even today, I spoke with somebody in Edo State this morning. She said, I'm already at home. I don't want to go outside. By
Yes,
6 o'clock,
that is it.
everybody will make sure that they are at home because there's no security in Edo State. Now, some of them don't even want to go outside again. They are afraid because of these security issues in the state. So, and the police is not responding right now because of the crisis, the NSAS crisis, how they killed some police officers. According to what I heard, mm, that the assistant to the Inspector General of Police was
Assistant
killed.
Police Commissioner, Assistant Police
Commissioner.
Commissioner,
Okay.
that is his rank, was shot at Upper Sakbomba.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of information went around that he was dead, but actually he was injured. He was not dead. He was not killed. Actually, he was injured. So these are the kind of
But
security
they said he
challenges we
died.
have. No, he's not dead. He's alive.
They said he's no. The
No,
reported.
no, he's alive. He's
Uh,
alive. Yes,
okay,
there
he's
was
the
a
assistant.
statement.
He's assistant to the Commissioner of Police,
No,
right?
his rank is
Uh,
Assistant Police Commissioner.
or assistant police
Police
commissioner.
Commissioner.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
So
He's
what
not
about
dead. He's
Inspector
alive.
General? Who is the Inspector General? The
Inspector General of Police is his rank. We have a police commissioner. We have Assistant Inspector General of Police. It depends on the division. These are ranks for the police. It
police.
depends
Okay.
on the station you are posted. It does not remove your rank. You understand? The
Mhm.
man that was shot at Upper Sagbawa is an assistant police commissioner. Maybe he was detailed to go to that area, but he's not dead. He's alive. Though he injured, he's
Mm.
receiving treatment.
Treatment. But
These will tell you
a news
and
a
what
news
has also
reaching us
happened.
recently that he died in the hospital.
No, he's not dead. I got the information yesterday
Mm.
that he's very much alive. Even his picture was shown where he
Mm.
was with bandage on his hand. So
Okay.
he's not dead. He's alive.
Thank God.
The security problem we have in Edo has even brought a lot of jungle justice. Nobody saying about it. Anybody caught gets you just instead of no police station to send them to,
And it,
they just get them burnt. They
oh,
just market them.
oh.
A lot of jungle justice is
Mm.
within the
Mm.
town because our security apparatus have relegated not doing their duty at all. Maybe because they are complaining over the loss of their during the NSAS protests attacked by hoodlums. But it's very unfortunate that this is a situation we have found ourselves in Benin.
So what will be the solution to this now? When the security
Well,
authorities are not.
if I may prefer my solution to this matter is that the
Mm.
Inspector General should. Well, I learned that about four mobile police units of the Federation have been detailed to Edo. Yeah, we are here to see their effectiveness by the Inspector General of Police. Four mobile units have been detailed to Edo because of the security issue by the Inspector General of Police. If you ask me, the Inspector General of Police will have to relocate back to Edo to calm the situation. When during the time of the Anini,
Mm.
Inspector General, the Deputy Inspector General of Police was sent to Edo
Mm.
until the crisis was. I think if he's going to send a Deputy Inspector General because the security issue in Edo is very alarming.
Yeah,
So
Lami, yeah.
the person who told you that before 5, everybody is alert.
Mm.
For no coffee. Coffee, though the state government has
Hey.
left it at 10 p.m. Before 5:36, people are already at their home locked
Mm.
up.
Yeah, that's what she
And
told me.
early in the morning, you cannot dare to come out. For those who are even attending morning masses for churches, they have stopped going. That will tell you the security challenges. social, just as I said earlier, that social knife life
Yes,
is
nah, not
being
in this period.
completely out
Yeah,
of it.
yeah,
You understand? You
not
can't come in early. You can't you come in very early. You can't leave your home early, not more than 7:30, because even at 6 o'clock you see some area somebody shooting. Nobody knows who is shooting.
mm.
The police are not there to you understand.
Hey.
That will tell you the situation in Edo as it is presently. We do hope that the Inspector General, the police commissioner in Edo, will respond to the situation.
That's
Some local governments
that's
are
why
trying to do their best.
that's
Like
why we are.
Ipobaoka just inaugurated a vigilante in their area,
Mhm,
but we are yet to see the effectiveness. Apart from those vigilante areas where they have been effective before this time,
mhm,
we do not hear of challenges in it. I have a cousin who is one of the vigilantes in Uwe, in Orion local government area. The last time I went there for a social activity, I saw their vigilante very organized, and I believe if every local government will empower, like what the local government, Bobauka local government chairman had done, is bringing about this vigilante, which the local government will be paying them for now because of the security challenges
yeah.
in the area. So we are yet to see their effectiveness for now. Maybe with time we'll see them coming up working. It is really, really very serious in Edo in terms of security. Coupled with the fact that BEDC is not helping matters. They are
But
not with no power in Edo. Before it's 7, everywhere is dark. No security issue. Uh, People are not enjoying electricity. Everywhere is dark. Those who cannot power generator, no thanks to the increment in fuel price. You understand? Those who cannot will have to remain in their houses, which gives room for this armed robber to
yeah,
anytime to dive into their houses. So
yeah.
there's really a problem in this country, Nigeria, as we speak. With only God, we are praying to help the country.
Hey, and during the NSAS protest, some criminals were released from the Oko prison in Benin City. You remember that time?
Yes,
Mm,
yes, and in fact, that has also coupled to the security challenges we are having.
mhm.
The governor has made most of them did not return back. Those hard criminals did not return back.
They
So
won't.
what would they be doing? Is to cause havoc, and most of them
Mm,
contribute to the armed robbery cases we are saying here and now. As early as some areas, as early as 7, they said they are already blocking areas because there's no police, and anyone coming from there, whether cars or by leg, they hijack them. Market women are not even advised not to
mm,
leave home early. Our mothers like
mm,
trading, going to their village market very early, but many of them have been advised to stay back at home because they are prone to this attack by these armed robbers
mm.
or whatever group they call
Yes,
themselves. You
yeah,
understand?
yeah. They can easily attack the women, you know, collect their money from them. Those who usually go to market in the morning, early in the morning.
Yeah.
What would be the solution to this now? The state Governor Obaseki, what
The issue is this: is that Nigerian the power so centered in the
federal level?
federal
Hmm.
is also contributing to security challenges. Up to now, police, though our politicians are not mature enough, I will not even recommend a state police apart from what we have been seeing done by the region. Establishing vigilante to help support their effort of security because there are a lot of losses in the police force. You know, until we get what if my own solution is that, well, our politicians are not mature, but we can work on this vigilante. Many of these vigilantes are being entitled to carry arm. In the West, they have their own. The East have established their own. Edo should bring this vigilante.
What
Many of
about
them are honest.
okay? The West is the Amotekun
Yes, yes,
security
they are
outfit.
honest.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay. What
and
about
they,
the Bagbazigan in Edo State? Is it not equivalent to the Amotekun?
it's not a villain. It's, they are not vigilante. They are police officers along who organized by the state government
Oh, they
in
are still
line with other security agents. The army is involved. All those security agencies are involved. You know, you just bring it together. The security, then the state government provides the vehicle. But immediately after the end SARS protest, we have not been seeing them on the way. Let
so.
us be very
Mr. Daniel,
serious.
do you mean that the Bagbazigan are
Mm.
police officers under the federal
Yes, they are
government?
police officers. It is a security office organized by the state government, where they bring some police officers, the army officers, you know, taking permission from other security agents.
Under
That is
the
what
under the control of the federal government
under the control of the state.
or the state? Oh, oh.
Yes, they provide the equipment, they provide the apparatus they use. It
Mm.
is just a security office to check crime in Edo, but they are not vigilante. They are police officers. You know, they
So
just recruit them, just like we have those days in there's a what there's called Operation something something in Edo then, which the army, the navy, that is part of. It's organized by the state government, finance their movement, buy cars for them to work. If the state government can help bring out, like what I know that Basaki has supported is
mm,
police community policing,
mm.
thereby those were inaugurated constable for police community policing. So let's see the efforts those one will make. If it's to organize another operation, bringing in the army, you know, a lot of Nigerians
Mm.
have a lot of confidence on the army than the police.
Police.
So that is why any security outfit being organized, if
Mm.
the army is not there, a lot of people feel that corruption, the police will
They don't
end
have
up
respect
corrupting it.
for police in Nigeria like that.
That
I'll,
is the problem we have.
I'll observe
If
that.
we are not seeing the army, we
Mm.
are not seeing a better security outfit. That is the belief of many Nigerians.
Because I remember when I visited Nigeria in 2018 from Lagos to Benin, people inside the bus, we took the bus, they were saying that, oh, police, forget about police. But when they saw the army, say, you don't joke with armies, Nigerian armies, they can do anything, just be quiet, don't say anything. You know, they don't have so much respect for police officers in the country, but I think the military would do more better in regulating this type of high level crime activities going on in the state. So right now, well, how can the governor himself impact this issue of security in the state as soon as possible? Because you cannot expect citizens to be sleeping in their houses with their eyes open at
Two
night.
eyes open, not even one, two eyes
Eyes
open,
open.
sleeping with two eyes open. That is the situation we are in Benin and in Edo State in presently. Every occupant sleep with their two eyes open.
So how, hey, God, I really don't know what to say. Honestly, I don't know what to say.
If you ask me, apart from involving the army, the police, and other security outfits,
Mm,
I think intelligence report will also be very helpful at this time. Whatever cultists they have activity, if
mm,
you get the right information, you
mm.
can put an end to it when they are gathering. Intelligence report will be very useful.
What's going on? What the heck is going on here?
One of the hotspots of Edo, and if the police will really want to work is to go to that area. It seems that they have an office in that area that make them commit such a heinous crime. So Now a lot of people are taking go justice. Anyone they are able to get, they,
Hmm.
without even talking of arrest, they burn them. And the police had they
Oh,
said a lot of them will take them to police station. Say the police stations are not open, so they take jungle
police
justice
stations.
and they are not open. They won't even receive them, so they bring
Yeah.
them back and put them in the public. So a lot of jungle justice is happening in Edo
Oh,
presently.
yes. People are.
We advise our traditional institution because we still respect our traditional institution here in Edo, wherever it comes from. I think it is hard time the Oba of Benin
Yeah.
should call the meeting of the
To,
traditional rulers
to
council.
intervene as soon as possible, right? Edo people have so much respect for the traditional ruler. So I think the Oba can impact this ongoing security issues in the states. Hello, hello, Mr. Daniel.
Hello, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing.
Yeah,
I'm hearing you.
in Edo State, we have so much respect for our Oba. I think the Oba can impact these ongoing security issues in the state.
Yes, that is what I'm saying. He's the chairman of the Edo State Traditional Council. He should, in ultimate possible best, because of his challenges we are facing, to call the council's meeting, emergency meeting, to look at these security challenges. You know, the respect we have for our traditional rulers, apart from the Oba that says Oba Monriri, you understand? Because any proclamation that comes from the Oba is frightening, is as if it's law to be obeyed to the order. If the Oba is able to gather these traditional rulers together and hold a meeting and start placing courses in every that whoever is involved, you will see it reduced. You
And the Oba
understand?
did that
Because
before.
that is the only way. Yeah, yes. It has happened during our departed Oba Erediawa, you know, and you see the rates reduced. So these are because we still have our regard for our traditional rulers, and this is the time they must act. Since while waiting for the governor, waiting for the security apparatus to do their own
Hmm.
intelligence report and get these people arrested, so they also will, if they make a proclamation, it's like a law, and it will really help. Though people are really sleeping with their two eyes open as presently.
Hmm. Okay, honestly, they sent me some graphic images few days ago. I still have some of the pictures on my WhatsApp. Oh my God. Oh my God. Our youth were lying dead in the streets of Benin as if we are fighting war in Edo State. What is going on, Mr. Daniel? Did we
Those
just
are one of the,
is
yeah,
it
we have discussed.
no
Yes, we have discussed it far. There are
yeah.
issues revolving armed robbery, no thanks to the also the jailbreak,
Hmm.
no thanks to the hoodlums attacking the NSAS protest, destroying our police stations and cutting away with their equipment and weapons.
Hmm.
You understand? And the Cultist activity, no thanks to the vote. You know, in every election period, it is our politicians who are encouraging this cultism. They use them for dirty jobs, and at the end of the day, they have mobilized them. They'll maybe out of no sharing well. You see, we always get such a high level immediately after elections. So we do hope and see that one day we'll see our politicians not patronizing them. So a lot of factors are responsible now. The police are not wanting to come to duty. They don't want to take over their responsibility because of what they suffered in the hands of hoodlums. So everybody is to your tent. Everybody is keep your own security. That is the situation we are facing in Edo now. That
Hmm.
is the basic truth.
Federal government is like we don't have a president. The way our president is so mute to some crisis, not only in Edo State, in the northern region. I think they are even facing more issues of security in the northern part of Nigeria than the south. We are complaining in Edo State now. In the north, Boko Haram, Fulani herdsmen, bandits, all these people are terrorizing the lives of our innocent Nigerians in the northern region. So in Edo State, oh,
We have not been able to see what the effectiveness of his structures regarding security. Like he was there to encourage the constables that were inaugurated at Ogida Barrack for the police community. Uh, you understand? He
mm,
was there to encourage them, to fish out even those jailbreak prisoners. You know, he may be doing something, but we are not seeing it. I will advise the governor it is time for him to call an emergency meeting of the State Executive Council and the Edo State Traditional Rulers Council, because we still have
mm,
respect for our traditional
national
institution.
institution, yeah.
It should
Mm,
There should be a tic-tac meeting between them on
mm,
how to do it. The traditional institution has their own way of doing it, and it will be successful. When a traditional institution makes a proclamation, even if the church makes a proclamation and the traditional institution make a proclamation, the people dread the traditional institution than even the
that's
churches.
churches, yes, yes.
So this is the time the governor needs them and ask for better solution. Why he's going about arranging his vigilante, I
Mm,
must give kudos to the chairman of Ekpobaoka. In fact, during the briefing, even the police commissioner was there over how to encourage the vigilantes to come out. He's going to be paying them. These are all solutions. And I believe that if everything is put well, we'll come out of it. But presently, it is really hot. Edo is not on coffee that we are to enter home by 7 p.m. But before 6:30, you see the roads and streets in some area completely deserted. So those who are making their money from clubbing in the night, they will tell you that no business. That is the situation we find ourselves presently in Nigeria, in Edo State.
yeah. I think, like what you just said right now, Mr. Daniel, that the traditional institution in Edo State can impact these ongoing security issues in the state, specifically the Oba Obini, specifically our Oba. Our Oba can, okay, intervene. I think people will listen to the Oba, just like what you said,
Yes.
more than any leader in Edo State, the Oba Obini. And we are using this medium today to appeal to our great Oba to please intervene, and the state governor as well. They can collaborate to deal with these issues of security in the state, because it's becoming alarming now. Mm. Especially the cultist activities in Edo State is a phenomenon. I keep saying it, because in Edo State we had this problem for a long time now, and you can see that this NSAS protest that just happened a few weeks ago exacerbated the cultist activities in the state again, and some of these criminals escaped from prison during the prison break. So, and all these people, they are still on the run, and they said some of them went back to the prison, right? Some of them return back to the prison. But the dangerous ones will not return. They will not
Yes.
return. They will not return. So, right now, I think our traditional institution in those states, specifically our Great Oba, can help us to tackle this issue of security in those states. We are appealing to them, our Oba and the governor. I know that the governor is trying his best. He's powerless right now because the security outfit is under the federal government. Like what he was complaining before the election, you remember, Mr. Daniel, that he was
Mhm.
always complaining that he cannot mobilize security operatives to deal with crime in the state anymore. So I think the same thing still continue in the state that said, he's powerless right now. He's powerless. That's why we have been protesting for federalism in Nigeria. Federalism, the system that will give power to states to implement security outfits. I think with that, it will reduce this issue of lack of security in states in Nigeria. If the state government will be able to implement like the Amotekun, the western region, is it not southwest region? Security,
Yes, no, Western region.
western. Okay, I
The
thought you said
Western region.
it's not southwest. It's south.
No. Yes, Southwest. They are called Western region.
West,
Southwest.
Southwest, yeah. So the Amotekun security outfit is very, very active in that region right now, dealing with this type of security issues. So if they can implement such in Edo State, but only Edo State cannot do that unless the South region, like the SASAT region, states under the SASAT region can also implement such a security outfit that will help to deal with security issues in the region. Because we cannot continue like this. We cannot continue like this. Look at citizens are all afraid. We don't know some of these people who they killed a few days ago. Some majority of them might be innocent. We are not sure. And this issue is also giving opportunity to jungle justice to strive in the state. This is a big problem, big problem. Security issues is what we have been dealing with in the state over these years, specifically the issue of cultist activities. Our youth, these activities is ravaging the lives of our youth who are supposed to be the future of Edo State. Look at the young boys they killed a few days ago. Oh, Mr. Daniel, our boys that are supposed to be the future of Edo State. Curtis is just claiming their lives like that in our face, in our face. They were lying in the streets of Benin, dead, dead, as if we are fighting a war in the state. What is going on? So do you mean that they can't stop these Curtis activities in the state?
Well, the issue about that is a very complex issue. When we were growing up,
Mm,
when we were in the university, we only hear of courtism within the university campus. But presently, it has to also dwell on intelligence, police intelligence. How is it a young boy who is not even thinking of going to secondary school is already a court member? It is so surprising sometimes. You look at many of these things going on within themselves. How did this court generate to now become public matters? When we're growing up, when we talk of courtism, you are talking of the university system. It is within the campuses. But today, you can see a young boy who is not even, according to what the investigation is, that even in secondary school they now have courts. How did this come about? This is war for the intelligence and how to crump it. That is a problem. And so annoying is the fact that many of our politicians are even using them to cover havoc within themselves. That is investigation. So the
yes,
police have a lot to do. Now that the police are not even working at present, they remain dormant for now. It is very difficult. So it seems they went gaga when they discovered that the police are not ready to work. The police are complaining their vehicle were burned down, their arms were stolen, so they are handicapped.
according
It's
to
rather very unfortunate that I keep just praying that I still very much believe that our traditional institution can come in here.
yes, that's what we said before. Yeah,
Our
yeah,
traditional institution can come in
okay.
here.
Yes, yes,
Every Benima is afraid of causes coming from the Oba.
yes. Our great Oba.
You
Yes.
understand? You
Mm,
understand?
mm.
So this is where the state governor must be proactive, work with the traditional institution in Edo State, and see on their own part what they can do.
According to what I was told the other day, that in not only in Edo State, in Nigeria, in order to gain important position in the country, you have to be a member of a cultism, fraternity group, whatever. Am I right, Mr. Daniel? I was told someone
Well,
told me.
I do not know because though I have not been given a political appointment, though I've practiced politics for a while, I
Mm,
practiced when I wasn't full-time politician. Uh, the people in my area will know I use the youth within my area and I fight for the interests of the area. All the fight even the essence I went into politics was to fight for projects and development of my area. Those who have lived in the medical community will can testify about it. If I don't go into politics when I do not I'm not going to benefit for my people. So I
right.
don't know how they are practicing it now. I don't know how they are playing it now. But presently, that is what is being said, that many of our politicians are involved in this cultist activity. But when I was into politics, I never involved in cultism. I played the politics with the people around my area. I was a leader because I worked within the people, my constituency, to make people believe in me. You understand? And I don't really know what is going on, but that is the rumors everywhere that our politicians are also involved. So when they are coming for campaigning, just as I said earlier, when it's time for campaigning, they empower them to start causing commotion within the other camp, you know, arming them with everything they can do. And immediately after election, these people go gaga. So it all dwells on security. We have DSS who can even give order than the police. They had to go on their intelligent information. Any politicians that are involved should be gotten arrested. They should get them arrested, and when they are arrested, it will serve as a deterrent for
To
others.
others, yes, exactly. Exactly. But the problem is that when the politicians themselves are also member of these fraternity groups, what do you expect? How can they regulate their voice? Their voice. That is what I was told.
That
And that some politicians, majority of the politicians, are member of a cultist group.
It's an alleged information. You cannot, because no, the police have not come out or the ESS has not come out that they have arrested one politician involved in it. So it's
Who
still an
in
alleged
Nigeria?
information.
In
Yes,
Nigeria, in
that
Nigeria,
is
they
the
will
essence.
arrest politician for being a
The,
member of a cult.
until whatever we hear, they are we are saying it's an alleged information.
Okay,
It is
alleged.
everywhere that politicians are involved. But you cannot pinpoint because none have been arrested, none have been persecuted for it. You understand?
Yeah,
It is a pity that the young generation that will be leaders of tomorrow are just being destroyed because of this cultism. That is the only regret on it. Young boys.
this sense of entitlement that being a member of a cultist group will give you more privilege, more power in the society is what is motivating these youths to be involving themselves in cultist activities. I'm telling you.
No. The issue is that, as if it is a plan work for the politicians, every government, when they said an idle mind is the devil's workshop, you do not engage these youths in terms of employment. Most of them are involved, according to what information, they are graduates. They don't have a job. They need to take off themselves. They feel those who cannot go to the internet system, they involve themselves to get themselves enriched, to get a means of livelihood.
By
So you
joining
can see
a cultist group will
they
give
pay
them
them
money.
heavily before you use them. You have to pay them heavily.
Okay.
That is the essence. Everything that is involved is money. It's money that is involved. They are all sitting at home doing nothing. And what do you expect? And I don't mind is the devil's workshop. He wants to get himself involved to at least pay some bills for himself. So when you invite him for things like that, if
Mm.
you look at confession from armed robbers, is a friend of his lure him into it. Since he's not doing anything, maybe he goes for the first trip, it was successful, he goes again,
Mm.
maybe the third one is arrested and say, well, it's because I'm not doing anything. The government are not even doing anything. What are you doing to engage this youth? It's not everywhere you say they should come and learn how to fix tire or do one thing or the other. A graduate, someone who went to school, is not thinking, he has gone beyond the reasoning or the level of that is from graduate will go
Exactly.
back to become a
Yeah.
mechanic. It
This
won't be possible.
they said
Create an avenue. Yeah, I have always told some of my friends who are in government, what stops us from having a ministry of job creation?
mm,
You
yeah.
understand? Create all those who are having graduate, who are graduates are ND, HND, who are not working should submit. It can be online. Like Obaseki, you have a lot of a better bureau is there, line follow. You can work to bring it back on live. Edo line, bring it back on live. All our businesses at your bushop, engage this young man.
Yes.
Collect them. It's not by favoritism. Bring them. If you do it 1, 2, 3, you see most of these people will be living those wrong idea.
Yes. Yes.
Wrong
Yes.
idea.
Yes.
You
Is this?
there was a young man someone was introducing to me in town and said that he's into internet fraud.
Mm.
The young man was on a flashy car, and I asked, he said, he's a graduate.
Yeah. Is this problem of
You understand?
unemployment?
He wants to get himself empowered. He wants to belong to the society. He has no
Mm.
job. But if he was working as a civil servant, do you think he would think of that?
Yeah.
He will
That's
not.
yeah. Yeah. It's true though that the high level of employment among youths in the state is what is exacerbating high crime rates in Edo State. They said an idle mind is devil's workshop. So these people are idle, jobless. So the next thing they find comfort in engaging in these illegal activities in the state. Boosting employment in Edo State will reduce crime rates for sure. Will reduce crime rate. But we are getting closer a little bit. This our current governor is working hard. Nigeria as a country, we have not been developing to expectation. Nigeria, we are because of the corruption. Looking at the root cause of this problem, we'll go back to the corruption in the system as a whole. From the politicians, you understand, over this year. Without corruption, it will provide more job opportunities for the youth. Okay, that will reduce crime. Crime. We don't even need security. Like in Canada right now, for instance, we don't need security operatives too much. Not that we don't need it, we need them. However, because of the employment rate here, everybody is busy. Today now, you see people at work, you are busy. Who have time to be, involving in killings or criminal activities, shooting, when you are busy working? So that's the thing. Employment will automatically regulate the system as a whole. That's why we are protesting for this federalism, Mr. Daniel. Let's just forget about federal government, because the federal government is not doing anything to impact the country anymore. If we can have federalism in Nigeria, it will relegate power to state governments to implement their own security outfits, manage their resources, develop their state. I think it will be more favorable than this system that we are running right now. Decentralization will solve this problem in Nigeria, which will reduce it significantly. Okay.
And in fact, the entire Nigeria as a country, we need prayers. Things is not working as it is should be. So we just pray for this country, pray for this state.
Yeah, someone left a message here saying that please, how can you stop Cultists when the police are also involved in Cultists in the state? Please explain to me. Okay, I will explain to you now. How can we stop our police officers from engaging in cultist activities in the state? Mr. Daniel, can you give answer to it as well?
Well, that is a very big one. As a police officer, you are not supposed to involve. I don't know the rules of engagement of the police. You are not supposed to, you are supposed to be very distinct from the society, even within your family friends. But if they are not involved, this is part of the negative effect of the Nigerian police to be involved in courtesan. Even as a politician, you are supposed to remain to be neutral in your dealings. So if they are involved in it, they have the reason for doing it, and these are the bad eggs we say are in the police force. You understand? What intelligence can you gather when is someone who is sitting with you is also involved in it? Before you leave there, he has already told his member that the police is coming to raid. You can see that the system is now corrupt, and that is the corruption we are saying is in the police force.
Yeah,
It's not helping issues, and it's not a good one.
yeah. We have the
A friend of mine
general.
told me that
Mm.
yeah, the police force are there not because they are really willing to do the work, because of unemployment. Many of them are graduates, they needed the ASP. They
Mm.
don't have the zeal for the police force. They are only there because they needed the salary. They have stayed as unemployed. So any dirty thing can go for them. Those are even the ones that are corrupt. Than a man who is growing up and says that I want to be a police officer. The zeal is there. Yet when you graduate and there's no job, they tell you they are selling the ASP cadet form. Yeah, a lot of people will rush. You try bringing the people who and at the essence of the day is the salary they are concerned, not the effectiveness of crime fighting. So it's wrong for a police officer if they are actually involved, but it is also intelligent report that will fish them out so that we have a clean police of force that can give out good and genuine intelligence, the innocent not being arrested for what they have not done. So we just keep it's prayer if Nigerian will ever turn around from all these problems we found ourselves.
Mm. Yeah, looking at this issue in a broader scale, I think weak leadership is at the root of what is going on in the country, regulating the police force, the security operatives, crimes in the country. It's this weak leadership that we have been dealing with in the country over these years. Okay, incompetent people are being employed to occupy positions. They don't employ people based on merit because I'm your friend, therefore I'm not a doctor, then you employ me to become a doctor because I'm your friend. People are not employed to occupy positions in the country based on merit, where based on who I know. It's my brother, it's my friend, so I should come and occupy a certain position of which I'm not competent of that particular field. You understand that? That is why weak leadership is at the root of the problem we are facing in Nigeria today. So that is the thing, Mr. Daniel. People are still living. Let's look at this. Why should they be calling on traditional rulers when, on the other hand, they are federally powerless? Yes, yeah.
Even in the state, if you are talking of that, Omoba, even the state level, the traditional rulers have been very, very powerless. They don't have functions. The reason we are calling on the traditional institution, the regard we still have on them.
For our yes,
Yes, the regard of the traditional ruler. Yes, that is the essence. We now keep them within the tourist corner. That this is our tradition. This is our past. You understand? If the Oba should place a curse on anybody,
Mm.
you can see the fear I have even the fright alone, the fear alone. You see a lot. It can even kill.
Mm.
The fear alone. Let's forget that if anything is behind it, the fear alone can kill.
If our Oba can eradicate
You understand?
era,
Why we
human
are calling
trafficking.
on the traditional institution to be involved, it has gotten to that level that
Yeah.
when they sit as a body, if they are doing making any proclamation in the Edo, they are making another proclamation in Auchi, they are making in Irua, they are making in in the other side of Edo North, you understand, the other side of the central, every places. I tell you, it will drastically reduce it.
Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Danny.
That's the essence. We know that they pay them a little for keeping our
But
tradition.
our
They
Oba,
have no function.
if
From
our
local government to state and federal, there's no function for our traditional institution. They are
yes.
just there maintaining our tradition.
Mm.
Yes, it's in the constitution. They don't have role. Buhari was even saying that he was trying to make a way for them to have an impact on the country. How?
Yes.
You are not even calling for federal restructuring. You are not in support of restructuring of Nigeria. How will you now bring them in? You can see that deceit is in a lot of Nigerian system, and that is a problem we are facing. A lot of lies, a lot of deceit. You say one thing, that the other thing, the other day you keep it under the carpet, no work. You understand?
Now, if our Oba can fully eradicate human trafficking in those states, our Oba, it's very difficult for the government to do that in Nigeria. They have been trying over the past how many years, but there is no future. But our Oba came in and eradicate human trafficking in Edo State. So if he can do that, he can as well help us with this issue of security. I know that this government, the federal government, has reduced the power of traditional rulers in Nigeria. The question I continue to be asking is that, do you think Edo State would have been a better state if we are still under the monarchical rule, just like in the pre-colonial era? This
When
question
we
is for
talk of
everyone. This question is not only for Mr. Danny. If you are watching right now, please.
when we talk of restructuring,
Mm.
these are part of the reasons why we must sit again to discuss. But unfortunately, with all due respect to our northern brothers, they have always been the obstacle behind it. Anytime you
Yes.
want them to come and discuss, they
Yeah.
think you are depriving them of taking from the oil,
Mm.
and no discussion, meaningful discussion will be coming from. Everything will be put on a log jam. That is the problem we are facing. But Nigeria has grown to that level where we have to sit down again and tell ourselves the honest truth. Are we not calling on the Oba Obini and the other traditional rulers in Edo to intervene? But can you go to the constitution and say this is what the essence, maybe local government, they
Mm.
are in charge of creating the local government asset members for good conduct? No, but we need them because they are still regarded in our society. They still instill fear on the people.
Someone,
So this is what we are saying. And Buhari is not ready for restructuring.
Mr.
Anytime you tell them restructuring, they feel that you want to collect the oil from the south from them. That is it.
Yeah, restructuring.
Our
Yeah.
federal system is not working. We need a loose federation. That is one aspect we must look at. And when we are
Federalism.
restructuring Nigeria, we must carry the owners of the land, the traditional institution along.
Yes. They should be playing active role. Active role, not the
Even
way they.
in the colonial era,
Mhm.
before independence, we were having council of chiefs. Who are council of chiefs? They are from the traditional institution. They were council of chiefs. In the Midwest, they were council of chiefs. So this is what we are saying, restructuring. So that everybody, they are the owners of the land. The traditional institutions are the owners of the land.
Okay, yeah, Mr. Daniel, you know what happened? A few weeks ago, I interviewed the special advisor on security matters to the governor of Edo State. Okay, so he is also a police officer or retired police officer. He's a retired police officer. He said that decentralization will be a solution to Nigerian problem right now. You see, still the same to this idea of federalism that will give power to states to implement, manage their resources, implement security outfits, manage their own resources, generate internal revenue. You understand? I think it will help in this process of restructuring. But I'm afraid that the government, the federal government, under the auspices of the Northerners, will not allow that in Nigeria, given that if they allow decentralization, it will take resources away from the northern region of Nigeria. You understand that? That is the trick. They will never allow that unless we are under the federal government run by Satana, by a Satana. Okay, so this federal government, this our current administration, will never allow that because we know that in northern region, if we apply decentralization to Nigerian system, it will remove resources completely from the north because they don't have resources, human power, human capital, no education, high level of illiteracy, like what we discussed the other day. Is it not me and you that discussed about high level of illiteracy in the northern region? So they will not allow that. They won't allow that. The Northerners will never allow that. So it will be very difficult for Nigeria to develop without the system of a decentralization that will give power to states to implement, manage, do whatever they want in their states. So that's the problem we are having right now. Like in many Western countries, they are operating this system of federalism. Federalism. You have states, police, security outfits. The other state we have another police, security, different security outfits. But in Nigeria, it's not like that. Everything is coming from the federal government, and the federal government they are very complex. So as it's very difficult in Nigeria to access the federal government. That is the problem. This issue of security in Nigeria right now is national. It's not a state issue. It's national. I wish states in Nigeria have the power to implement their own security operatives. I think it will minimize crime. Crime in the country as a whole, I'm telling you, the federal government is not active. They have not been developing the country. They don't care. It's very, and the worst of all, it's very difficult to assess the federal government because they are not doing their job. What they are focusing on is how to arrest and prosecute activists who are posing threats to the leadership of the Northerners, like what the Northern leader said the other day. Those who have been following the trend, that the 19 Northern governors came to, was it in Abuja or in Northern region, they hosted a meeting discussing about imposing social media bill on Nigerians, saying that the NSAS protest is posing threats to the leadership of President Muhammadu Buhari because it's their own. They are trying to defend President Buhari because it's from the north. We have problem. We have this issue of division in Nigeria. We don't make decision collectively in the country because we are so practically divided in Nigeria. We have big problem. Big problem. Restructuring that has to do with decentralization will reduce these problems that we are facing in the country. That's my take on it.
It's everybody's take. We need to restructure this country. Esosa Edo Obaroge, before I end up.
Mm.
Yes, when we keep saying our youth are not employable, I'm so sad when I hear it. It is not true. I can remember my late brother Isaac Edokpolo of blessed memory. In moment he said he graduated from the University of Nigeria Nsukka, a lot of employees came wanting to engage him, he chose the Ministry of Education. He got a letter and was sent for the civil service training on the duties of his functions. Are you getting it? So when you are saying our graduates are not not employable, you know, that we should change the curriculum. In fact, it pissed me off. If you are going to engage somebody, the state government wants to give civil service admin officers. Is it not the responsibility of the state government? I don't know whether the civil service training center is still existing in Nigeria. It was our graduates. What is graduate? A graduate, you have passed through the system to enlarge your brain, to be ready for hard work. It does not necessarily mean that every profession you must be engaged in it. In the American system, for those of us who attended education in the American system, you go through all the departments. Towards your end of education, you are now to specialize on the area you'll be given a degree. You understand? So, and those who have American degree can tell you they have gone through the head department, every department within this university. If you are a graduate with BSc and you are going to engage him, you cannot tell that because he cannot explain what is admin officer, that is not employable. It's wrong. You are belittling your education. When you are engaging because he has a qualification after verifying the papers that yes, he's a graduate of Uniben, it is you, the employer, that will have to set your priority right. Give them a training. It can be 2 weeks before you deploy them. That has always been the system. You don't want to. Many times you see employers wanting to get these, and the moment they want them to be posted immediately, and yet when they fail, they say they are not employable. It's wrong.
Where are the employers?
The effort of our lecturers, you are reducing their morals. It's wrong.
Mr. Daniel, are we generating employers in Edo State? Is the big question. Are we generating?
That is another big. I said we should set our priority right. If the government is really sincere, not the way they are doing it, if they are really sincere about it, creating a department where if you are not engaged, you register, and when there is engagement, the federal government or whoever that ministry is going from everywhere sector to look at these people are not okay. They need this. You send them. They train them. They deploy them. I think it will help a lot. We need to set our priority right. We need to. A graduate who have left school for close to 10 years have written a lot of job I beg to apply, and you believe that the memory of what he learned in the university will still be with him. Yes. It is rough.
When you graduate,
all the challenges upon the hardship he learned under, you are saying is unemployable. I don't like when anybody brings forth such argument. I hardly don't, because it offends me a lot.
Okay, Mr. Daniel, for me, I believe that we are not generating employers enough.
That is the problem. We need to set our priority right.
With the security level in Nigeria as a whole, not only in Edo State, in Nigeria, the northern region, like what I said earlier, is even worse in the country. So investors are not impressed. They are not impressed to invest in Nigeria. They are watching what is going on in the country. The other day, the NSAS protest that even armies were spotted opening fire on innocent protesters. All these things, people are watching from the West, from different parts of the world. So they are not impressed. They are not motivated to invest in Nigeria. So the government is the problem that we have in Nigeria, that mismanagement and a weak leadership. So when there is no security, nobody will invest. And moreover, we are not innovative. We are not innovative. We rely on foreign imported materials too much these days in Nigeria. If we are not innovative, we won't generate jobs. We won't generate jobs. And because of the security level in Nigeria, investors are not motivated to invest in Nigeria. You see that we have long way to go. People will be searching for a country to invest. They will look at the security level. Nigeria, no, they don't want to. Nobody wants to be exposed to the insecurity going on in Nigeria right now. So we are not impressing, we are not motivating investors to invest in Nigeria, and we are not innovative enough. We are not innovative, to be honest, because we rely on imported materials to Nigeria, even agriculture. If we Africans, we cannot be self-reliant in agricultural products, which means we have big problem. I'm telling you. We are not innovative enough. The other day I was in Nigeria, I was complaining. I said, what is going on here? I asked people to go buy Gary for me because I've been in the West for many years. I've not been eating eba. So the next thing they were proposing semo for me. I said, semo for who? For who? I want Gary. I want Gary over semo. They said, sister, you don't know what is going on. Semo is taking over Nigeria right now. I said, really? What about Gary? He said, no, Semo is more easier and more cheaper. What is that, Mr. Daniel? If we can, if Semo foreign food is taking over Nigeria, and when you see some of the packet, they will bring it, it's made in China, made in whatever. I was so disappointed.
After repackaging, they send the raw materials there, repackaging. It's just like what my friend was telling me, that the yam pattern that it was done by Nigeria, a Nigerian, and they were not motivated. They left abroad and developed it there, and we're now bringing it to us for us to buy. You see, we have to set a lot of priority right in this country. Apart from corruption, I believe that now many Nigerians are now aware of the essence that this country cannot go further unless we sit on a round table. Development has come. Obaroge was trying to explain about a new economic order. If you are a graduate, you don't sit at home. You must continue developing yourself every day, every year and now.
Yes.
You read yourself, you bring yourself up. You don't need the. I really say this with all sincerity. When you say new innovation, even if you are not engaged yet as a graduate, yours is to read books, to get new ideas in case you are called upon. And that is where the maturity you have is. You understand? You don't just sit and relax and say, well, before you know, everything will go off.
Yes.
But however, our country is not even helping matters. You understand?
In the West, Mr. Daniel, before I don't want to cut you short, let me just quickly chip in my own information there. In the West, there are some programs after graduating, and you have not been practicing that field for certain years. They will ask you to go back again and take some courses or another training again, because you have limited time to stay away from practicing that profession. So if it's above the years, they will ask you to go back again. They will recommend maybe a kind of another courses for you
refresher's course
before you come back
refresh yourself.
Yes, because you cannot just be out of a profession for many years and expecting you to remember everything again. Even there are some courses here, they will ask you to be repeating it every 2 years, some every 1 year. Okay, every 1 year they'll say, okay, after taking this course, after 1 year you have to take it again to refresh your memory. Okay, to refresh your memory. So in Nigeria, when you graduate from, maybe you graduate as a nurse for 3-4 years, you have not been practicing in that field. What do you expect? You forget everything. Yeah.
Even to insert needle will be difficult. It's our country. Our country really we need a new restructuring. We must set our priorities right. And the funny thing we have in this country is that many of our leaders, they are not even bothered because they are not professionals. Imagine Buhari's certificate is being still challenged that he didn't go to school. You can see the kind of people ruling us. We just keep praying that one day Obaseki had a lot of challenges because they felt he was not a politician, governor, and he was more of a technocrat. You see, this is the kind of problem we face in this country, and we just keep praying for this country that one day we'll set our priority right. It is when we set our priority right that the true positioning of our country will go progressing. Until then,
We have problem in Nigeria, big one. I'm just watching the investigation done by CNN, done by C-
okay.
investigation done by CNN uh, over the shooting at Lekki toll gate. Oh, it's heartbreaking, Mr. Danny. Nigerian government, what they are doing, this current government, honestly, we can't wait for a change of power. President Muhammadu Buhari, I know that he's not in control of Nigeria. The northern leaders are controlling the country for him. I 100% believe that, 100% sure that President Buhari is there in the presidential villa, not conscious of what is going on in the country, while these northern leaders are controlling the country.